Football matches were one of the few occasions where large groups of black people could congregate, express solidarity, and share in collective experiences that affirmed their identity and resistance. And before the stadium lights, TV cameras, and roaring PSL crowds, there was Orlando Pirates. Founded in 1937 in the heart of Orlando, when a group of teenagers from the area, passionate about football, but denied equal access to facilities and leagues, came together to form a team. Among them was Bethuel Mokgosinyana, a central figure who helped shape the team's vision. Mokgosinyana was a factory foreman and a devout Christian residing in Orlando East. Beyond his professional life, he was deeply involved in his community, serving as a self-styled social worker. His commitment to youth development and community upliftment laid the foundation for his future role in football. Under the leadership of Safasonking Panza, they originally played under the name Orlando Boys Club, a simple name for a humble team. Matches were played on open fields with no goalposts, using makeshift balls and equipment. The boys played barefoot, but their talent and determination quickly made them a local force. By 1939, under the guidance of coach Andries Pele Ngwanazi, the club adopted a more striking name: Orlando Pirates. The name Pirates was suggested by goalkeeper Reggie Haseen Kosi, inspired by Hollywood pirate films of the era. The name symbolized fearlessness, rebellion, and unity. The skull and crossbones emblem was introduced and became iconic, striking fear into opponents and pride into fans. The name was more than just branding, it became a declaration of defiance in a system that tried to keep black South Africans at the margins. Recognizing the team's potential, Mokgosinyana became its first president. He donated his former team's kit, black jerseys, and white shorts, establishing the club's iconic colors. During the 1940s and 1950s, the Pirates gained a reputation for skill, speed, and attacking football. They competed in regional leagues organized for black players, who were banned from playing in white leagues under apartheid. Despite the oppression of the era, football gave communities like Orlando a shared sense of identity and purpose. Pirates matches were social events, with massive crowds gathered on weekends. And the team became a unifying symbol during a time of systemic separation. By the 1950s, Orlando Pirates had become the team to beat. Their success inspired new clubs to rise up, including Moroka Swallows, and later Kaizer Chiefs in 1970. Moroka Swallows, on the other hand, was originally founded in the early 1940s by three young visionaries from Soweto: Ishmael Lesolang, Makgatha, and Johnny Kubheka. Their passion for the game led to the formation of a team known then as the Congregated Rovers, a name reflecting the unity and collective spirit of its founders. These early matches were played in the dusty open fields of Johannesburg's black townships, far from the manicured stadiums reserved for white teams. Equipment was scarce, resources were limited, but the determination was unmatched. Football, for these young men and their communities, was more than just a game. It was a form of expression in a country that denied them basic rights. In 1947, the club underwent a transformative rebirth. It was renamed Moroka Swallows, in homage to the Moroka township where it was based, affectionately known as Massacking by locals. The Swallows moniker captured a sense of movement, grace, and freedom, attributes the club aspired to represent on and off the field. This name change was more than symbolic. It marked the beginning of Moroka Swallows' rise as a serious footballing force, with the club becoming a source of pride in a township born out of forced removals and overcrowded emergency camps. Through the 1950s and 1960s, Moroka Swallows developed a reputation for flair, passion, and fierce competition. During this era, football in South Africa was racially segregated, with black clubs playing in their own leagues under extremely unequal conditions. Despite this, the Swallows began to soar. Their success culminated in 1965, when Moroka Swallows won the South African League title, cementing their place among the elite in black South African football. They attracted massive crowds, and their matches became legendary events within the township, often featuring thrilling derbies against other rising sides like Orlando Pirates. Moroka Swallows and Orlando Pirates quickly emerged as symbols of resistance against the apartheid regime. The club's success on the field and its prominent role in the community provided a platform for political expression and activism. Football matches often became gatherings where political messages and calls for change were voiced. Both clubs were initially a community-driven initiative, deeply rooted in local issues, and aimed to address socio-economic challenges through football. Legends Kaizer Motaung and Jomo Sono, both hailing from Orlando, shared a formative football journey that began at Orlando High School and continued with Orlando Pirates in the 1960s. In 1968, Kaizer Motaung made history by joining the Atlanta Chiefs in the North American Soccer League, NASL, becoming one of the first South African players to gain international recognition. His impactful play in the US earned him induction into both the NASL Hall of Fame and the Atlanta Chiefs Hall of Fame. Returning to South Africa, Motaung founded Kaizer Chiefs in 1970, leading the club to become the country's biggest and most successful football team. His contributions to the sport were later recognized with inductions into the South African Football Association Hall of Fame, the South African Sports Hall of Fame, and the Orlando Pirates Hall of Fame. Jomo Sono, following in the footsteps of Kaizer Motaung, joined the New York Cosmos in the North American Soccer League, competing alongside legends like Pelé, and stood out with his exceptional performances. He was an outspoken anti-apartheid activist, using his platform to challenge racial segregation. And after returning to South Africa, he founded Jomo Cosmos FC in 1983, focusing on developing young talent. Sono's impact earned him induction into various football Hall of Fames. As prominent black athletes, both Sono and Motaung's prominence brought global attention to the struggles faced by South Africans, while their achievements provided a sense of pride and hope. Orlando Stadium, rooted in the black community, became a gathering point for people who were frustrated and angered by the brutality of apartheid. Attending a football match became an act of defiance, a way to assert the dignity and humanity of the people systematically oppressed by the state. Opened in 1959, Orlando Stadium was one of the few large public venues in a black township. For many in Soweto, it was a rare space where large gatherings of black South Africans could occur, whether for football, music festivals, or political meetings. While apartheid authorities closely monitored such events, these gatherings became subtle but powerful expressions of black pride. This physical space took on symbolic meaning.